We are adding 3 teams to the Hall of Fame today. Our first team is the 2009 Jennies Bowling team. In each of the first 2 years of the NCAA Women's Bowling Championship, it was Nebraska versus UCM in the finals. At the start of the 2008-2009 season, the chances for a third meeting were certainly not a lot. The Jennies had lost 4-time Player of the Year Brianna Caldwell and 3 other starters, but they did have 5 seniors returning. Those players would have to step up into bigger roles than they had previously experienced for the Jennies to succeed. Leading the way were Alyssa Surges and 2007 Division II Freshman of the Year, Jamie Mitchell. The Jennies had some anxious moments at selection time and were one of the final teams chosen for the national tournament. Once they were in, the Jennies more than rose to the occasion. Qualifying as the number 8 seed, they beat the defending champions, the 2007 national champions, and the top-ranked team in the country. That got them to the semifinals against the 2006 national champions, who then fell to the Jennies twice. And all of a sudden, it was indeed the Jennies and top-seeded Nebraska in the nationally televised finals. Unfortunately for the Jennies, they had to settle for the runner-up spot for a 3rd time, but it was a great season nonetheless. Teresa Christopher was UCM's representative on the all-tournament team. Ron Holmes was selected Coach of the Year for Division II. Freshman Kimberly Wallace led the team with a 193 average. Second on the team was Surges at 191, and she received honorable mention All-America recognition. Now watch this video to learn more about the 2009 Jennies Bowling team.
When a team reaches the NCAA Finals, most fans would assume they've been national champion caliber performers from the season's outset. Veteran head coach Ron Holmes says the 2009 Jennies Bowling team was a senior-laden lineup with great expectations, but the season proved to be a series of peaks and valleys.
We thought at the beginning of the year that we had all the pieces to make it a quality team. We had 5 seniors that year, so we had some great experience and some leadership. We had arguably one of the best recruits in the nation that year, and with her and her sister, we thought we had a really good base of young talent to come and join. And then thought we had some really good assistant coaching as well. One of our former All-Americans had decided to stay on. Right from the very beginning, there was some very strong-willed personalities, and it led to some very interesting times.
The team compiled a record of 88-38. The roller coaster journey produced tournament titles. Individuals earned all tournament honors along the way. And the Jennies never dropped out of the top 10 during the season. Despite these highlights, the low points in the season were costly, and their national tournament hopes were hanging by a thread.
That came down to the last day of the season with another school that didn't get through their conference championship, and they ended up losing 0-2, which likely led us to be the 8 seed instead of the number 9 and odd team out.
The Jennies Bowlers were committed to finding the elusive team chemistry needed to bring out their best performance when it mattered most.
I think once we got selected and we sat down and talked things out, we found out that they had some very common interests and concerns together. So whenever we prepared for the championship, we really didn't change what we were doing. I think we just got a little bit more focused. And you could tell whenever we showed up for the championship that they were very comfortable and very ready to go play. Of the 5 seniors that we had, Jamie Mitchell and Alyssa Surges were probably the 2 most prominent seniors of that group. Alyssa was a 5th-year player. Jamie was a redshirted senior. Both had a great deal of experience and maturity. They provided some really good assistance to all the ladies. Some of the other seniors that we had would have included Rachel Rothermel and Allie Girding. And in different times of the year, each of them had helped contribute in a reserve role. The freshman talent that we had, so to speak, would have been Natalie and Amanda Cortez. They were twin sisters. And Natalie was an incredible recruit that had done very, very well at the youth level. With them, in addition to some of the other ladies that we had on the squad, we thought we were able to really fill our lineup well. We had lots of options. Kim Wallace was also a member of that team, and Amanda Falk. And probably the biggest performance of the whole year was Teresa Christopher. And Teresa was a sophomore with us that year. She had started to blossom and kind of come into her own and done a great job, but it really didn't start to come through until toward the end of the year on a consistent level.
At the national tournament, UCM stunned second-seeded Fairleigh Dickinson, not once, but twice. While the Jennies mojo may have arrived late, it happened at an opportune time, as they reeled off a series of wins, blazing their way into a national championship meeting with the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
We held our own at the beginning of the match, but then after the lane started to transition and change a little bit, don't know that we were able to keep up with the performance of Nebraska, and we ended up losing 4-1. It was a nice start for us, but Nebraska had a very, very good team at that time as well. They'd been there the previous year too. So for us, it was a neat culmination, but unfortunately couldn't quite get over that last step.
The 2009 Jennies Bowling team hit their stride and achieved a second-place finish at the NCAA tournament. Their performance, a fitting conclusion for the seniors, and an excellent experience for the team's next generation.
I'm just really, really proud of the way the group came together at the very end of the process and finally believed in themselves, because I know for some of the individuals it was very, very difficult for them to give up a little bit of control when in fact to play at an incredibly high level you have to have a lot of faith and believe in what you're truly doing.